Hello and welcome. I'm thrilled to be speaking with all of you, the students of Europe Hotel School, and to join you on your online learning journey. As an AI expert in the hotel space, I get to see some amazing new technologies. And today, we're going to dive into one that tackles a massive hidden challenge in hotel management, one that's quietly costing properties a fortune. So here's our game plan. We'll start by uncovering what I call the invisible drain on hotel profits. Then, we'll compare the old way of doing things to the new way. After that, we'll get into the cool part, how AI unlocks something called water transparency. And finally, we'll see how this shift changes everything, from budgets right down to the guest experience itself. Sound good? Let's jump in. All right, first up, let's talk about this massive problem that, for the most part, has been hiding in plain sight. It's a hotel's largest daily utility expense, and it's probably not what you think it is. Now, when you think about water usage in a big hotel, your mind probably goes to the huge systems, right? The cooling towers, the laundry, maybe the irrigation for the gardens. And yeah, those use a lot of water. But the real volume, the biggest drain day in and day out, comes from the cumulative effect of hundreds of much smaller sources, the guest rooms. And that right there is what we call cumulative consumption. Think about it. One long shower doesn't seem like a big deal. One toilet flush is nothing. But multiply that by hundreds of rooms, 365 days a year, and suddenly you're talking about an ocean of water and a huge, completely untracked expense. Our goal today is to make that invisible drain totally visible. So you might be wondering, if this has been such a massive issue for so long, why haven't we been able to fix it? Well, honestly, it's because the tools we had were pretty basic. Let's look at the old way versus the new way. This really shows you the shift. The old way was basically like trying to drive a car by only looking in the rearview mirror. You'd get one single water bill for the entire building weeks after the fact. You could see you had a problem, but you had no idea where it was or how to fix it. The new way? It's like having a real-time GPS. You see exactly what's happening in every single room as it happens. You're not reacting anymore, you're proactive. So what's the secret sauce behind this new proactive power? Well, as you can probably guess, it's all about artificial intelligence. Let's pull back the curtain and see how this actually works. The technology that makes this possible is a platform called Fine, and its whole goal is to create what we call water transparency. Now, this is a concept I really want you to remember because as you move into leadership roles, being able to see and manage these hidden operational costs is going to be absolutely critical. The core idea here is something called a pressure fingerprint. It's pretty amazing. Every time a specific fixture is used, say the shower in room 302 or the toilet in room 510, it creates these tiny microscopic changes in the water pressure throughout the building's pipes. That little disturbance is a unique signature, as unique as a person's fingerprint, that an AI can be trained to recognize. Here's how it works, broken down into 3 simple steps. First, super high-def sensors are constantly taking readings of the water pressure. We're talking 240 times every second. Next, the AI brain analyzes all those pressure fingerprints to identify exactly which fixture was used. And finally, it reports back to you, giving you a detailed breakdown of exactly where every single drop of water is going. And the accuracy here is just mind-blowing. The system is so precise that it can tell the difference between the pressure signature of a guest taking a normal 15-minute shower and the totally different, very faint signature of a silent, slowly leaking toilet flapper. You know, the kind of leak that can waste thousands of gallons a month and go totally undetected for years. It finds those. Okay, so now we have all this incredible granular data. But data by itself is just numbers. It's useless until you can turn it into action, into smart decisions. So let's talk about how we do that. So imagine this dashboard pops up on your screen. Bam! All of a sudden, that invisible problem is crystal clear. In this example, a massive 40% of all your guest room water is being wasted by old, inefficient shower heads. The guessing game is completely over. You know exactly where your problem is. This is an absolute game changer for your capital expenditure or CapEx planning. Instead of going to ownership and just vaguely asking for money to do green upgrades, you can walk into that meeting with a rock-solid data-backed case. You can literally say, if we invest X dollars to replace the shower heads in these specific rooms, we will get a return on investment in Y months. It becomes a total no-brainer. And it's not just about long-term budgets. The immediate day-to-day benefits are huge. Your maintenance team gets real-time alerts for leaks as they happen. The system can even flag things like a faucet being left on for hours. Or, and this is a big one, it can give an early warning for a potential pipe burst inside a wall, helping you prevent thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars in water damage. But this is about so much more than just saving money and preventing leaks. It's about building a stronger brand and meeting the expectations of the modern guest. Let's see what that looks like. I mean, think about your own choices when you travel. People today, especially your generation, want to stay with brands that align with their values. Sustainability isn't just a nice to have anymore, it's a core expectation. And being able to prove that you're serious about it, that's a powerful way to earn loyalty and make your hotel stand out. And you can even get the guests involved in a fun way. Imagine a guest checking out and getting a little message on their app like this. It's not shaming them, it's celebrating their contribution. You're making them a partner in your conservation efforts. They feel good, they feel connected to your brand, and you save water. It's a true win-win. So, as you get ready to go out there and lead this industry, here are the key things I want you to take away. First, that huge invisible water expense in guest rooms, it is absolutely manageable. Second, granular data is the new gold standard for efficiency. Third, AI is the tool that lets you stop reacting to problems and start preventing them. And finally, remember that smart, sustainable tech doesn't just save money, it makes the guest experience better. And I'll leave you with this final thought. Today, we've talked about applying this idea of transparency to water usage, but the principle goes so much further. So my question to you, as you move forward in your careers, is this. What other invisible parts of a hotel's operation, whether it's energy, food waste, or even workflow efficiency, will you be the one to make transparent? What will you revolutionize?